Hi again. I upgraded the Diagrid custom component or custom node, and I wanted to run by some of the changes. I took some excellent advice from people from the community, including Zach, and let me go through that. So basically, let's zoom in here and take a look at the Diagrid, the new Diagrid component, and you should find it under packages. If you go and search for a package here and type in Diagrid, if you wait a little bit, it should show up. Here it is. So Diagrid facets is now obsolete. Don't use that. Use the new Diagrid one. And let's go through the inputs and outputs. Basically, for inputs, it still accepts a face, a U count, which is an integer number, and a V count, also an integer number. But now there is a rotate flag, and I'll show that to you in a little bit, which is a Boolean. So you have to put either a true or false onto it, or 0 and 1, and it will rotate the whole Diagrid. In terms of output, it changed a little bit. So now I am outputting facet points rather than the facets themselves. You can very easily add a facet component if you want to create a facet from these points. The XYZ points, so you can add a reference point, as you can see here. And XYZ, it accepts a XYZ and outputs reference points. And I have something new here, which is called line points. And the line points allow you to feed it through line through point, and it will create the Diagrid correctly for you. The difference between facet points and line points is the fact that line points include an extra point, which is a repetition of the first point for the triangle. So in order to actually draw a closed triangle, you need 4 points, and where the first point and the last point are repeated. While the facet points just need 3 points, and it will close the triangle automatically for you. I also have the actual lines, which behaves exactly like this node if you want to directly output lines from the Diagrid component, but it's really not needed. The reason I do all of this now is what I would like you to do is not preview the Diagrid, because when you preview the Diagrid, all these, the facets, the XYZ, the line points and the lines, they all show up in Watch 3D. So it's much better to not preview it, and the way you do that is, of course, you right click and you unclick preview, so do not preview anything. And do not preview the original surface either if you don't want to see it, and just preview the stuff that you are getting out of it. So let's go ahead and look at the input side a little bit. So again, select face, we have it already selected. An integer slider if you want, or a number, that's fine for the U and count, and the rotate, and as I said, I'll show you that in a little bit once it runs. So let's go ahead and run it. That's it. And let's see the results. So let's just go ahead and zoom out. So these are the lines, really nicely organized. Let's take a look at the points. Here are the points again in a diamond pattern, and the facets as well. If you want the surfaces, you have them. So that's a much nicer way of looking at the data in different ways, in different representations. So now let's take a look at this Boolean for rotate, and just take a look at these lines. You see how these lines are now more vertical. Now it's going to rotate on its side. When I click on 1 here and run it one more time, you see now it has rotated the whole Diagrid, and now they are more horizontal. That's it. I hope you enjoy it. Please let me know if you find any bugs or if you have any suggestions on how to improve it. Thank you.